Having a website requires a number of decisions you're going to need to make. And that's one of the reasons why we're going to discuss in today's video where self-publishers should host their websites. This is Chris Baird from selfpublishingmadeeasynow.com, where self-publishing doesn't have to be so hard. Now, I can tell you from my own personal experience, I've been hosting my websites for a number of years on WPX, and there's a number of good reasons I've chosen them as my main supplier. I'm also an affiliate of theirs as well. I've tried all sorts of websites, including Bluehost and some of the others, but WPX in particular, it stands out for a number of key reasons. One of the big ones that got me there in the first place was the fast loading time. WPX hosting uses some cutting edge technology to ensure that your website loads quickly, which can improve your user experience and SEO rankings. And for me, it's the SEO rankings that mattered the most. So what I want is, when people are on Google and they type in certain keywords and then one of my blogs shows up in the listing, I need to ensure when they click on that link, it's going to load very fast. If it loads at all slowly, less than 3 seconds really, or greater than 3 seconds, most people will bounce. They're just going to leave that page that they came to because they're just not willing to wait for the rest of it to load. So it is incredibly important that I get the speed as fast as humanly possible when they get onto your website. And one of the things to remember with your website, it's one of the few things you control. There are two main things you control in your business. One of them is your website. Hopefully you're using a WordPress website so that it makes it very easy to use plugins and other things in order to make sure that it's fully working, but you own all of that. So even if the people who host it were to go down, you can move your website to a different location. No problem at all. The second thing you own is your email list. These are the two big things you own. Now you may also own the IP too. If you have books, for example, this is also as an author, you're going to have that, but it is very important for you to have a website so that if YouTube disappeared or these other sites disappear, you can even sell your book on your own website. So you want to start building up that traffic as an author as early as possible, and let's make sure that you're hosting it through something that's going to go very fast. The second thing is it gives you free website migration. So WPX hosting provides free website migration, making it easy to switch from another hosting provider. Sometimes this comes at a fee, and it can be a substantial fee in order to move all of your previous WordPress site information over to the new location. They will take care of all of that for you and absolutely free. For me, it was fantastic. I was on Bluehost and they pulled me right over with not just the one website. I have two websites that had moved over and a whole series of domains that I also have bought over the years in addition. The next thing is they have high quality customer support. Now I'm telling you, of everything I'm going to tell you, this is the main reason I really like WPX. Their reply time was within 20 seconds of your thing. Sometimes it's as low as 10 seconds. You type in the chat your problem and there's somebody there within 10 to 20 seconds already looking it up, already able to give you answers. And these people are not just hired, don't know anything about it. No. They know exactly which problems you have. They can tell you how to fix it. They can look to see it. They're able to talk you through. No matter whether you're a technical person or not, they take the time necessary to explain. And I have never, ever in my life for any other company experienced service this customer support at the same level that WPX manages to deliver it. Okay. The next thing is secure hosting. WPX hosting, it takes security seriously with advanced DDoS protection. And that's where somebody's they're trying to make it so that they're hitting your website with so much traffic that it would take it down. They also do daily malware scanning. I had one of the authors inside of my group coaching or one-on-one program who specifically had recently an issue with their website being attacked and having spam or scam malware loaded onto their site, but they're checking it daily. When I transferred my data from Bluehost over to WPX, they immediately said, we're finding some malware on your site. Now, fortunately, they weren't stealing information from me or anything like that, but they detected things that Bluehost wasn't even detecting. And I really appreciate that, because if you're reading the news, hosts and sites are getting attacked and hacked all the time. So it's very important for you to make sure you are protecting your site from getting hacked. The next thing is Easy to use control panel. Now they don't use the standard C panel that's used on many other sites. They have their own set of control panels, and they're really easy to use. Some things are a little harder to figure out sometimes, but like I told you, if you combine this with the customer support, it's 10 to 15 seconds, and they're going to have somebody who's going to be able to tell you exactly where you need to click. Usually they'll even have screenshots they're sharing with you. They're going to be able to send you exactly. They don't send you some manual or you have to talk to a chat bot that doesn't know any answers to any of your questions, but rather you're going to be able to do it with an actual human who can tell you what to do. But for the most part, their menus make sense. Now, I'm old school. I remember using cPanel a lot, and so I was able to navigate it, but clearly theirs is superior if you're first getting started and not as tech savvy. The next one is the multiple data centers, and this is a really important one. They have data centers across the globe, and what that means is they're able to cache up your website. This is probably what they're absolutely best at, and how they get your website to go fast is by caching everything up. That means they're taking copies of your website and sticking it around the globe at these different locations. And when a user comes to the website, especially if they've been there more than once, it already knows what to serve. So the loading speed is incredibly fast. Regardless of anything else, the website's already cached up, and it looks for a data center that is as close to your target readers as possible. So when they type in these certain words in Google or other places, up comes your website really fast for them. And it doesn't matter where in the world they are because it's in so many areas. I also went away from Cloudflare, which I had been using to speed up my website because it didn't make much of a difference when we already had a server on WPX, which is absolutely free to ensure that I had the best caching possible or globally with these different data centers that they have. The next one is you have the unlimited free SSL certificates, and that means they're going to provide all of the SSL certificates you're going to need for your websites so that they are fully secure. If it's not SSL, it's going to have a warning on your website, which is going to cause your target readers to move away when they come to your website, whether they're considering it maybe it's not that safe. The next one is scalability, because WPX hosting, they provide flexible plans that give you and are able to accommodate for your needs based upon your growth as you do it. Now, I personally have 2 main websites going, and I have a bunch of domains that are registered against WPX. And I don't have much of a need to really expand beyond that at this time. And mostly for authors, it's not so important to actually have scalability. You know, we're not having millions and millions of people visiting, but getting to thousands and thousands, that's something that's very reasonable. The other one I appreciate is the money-back guarantee. They have a full 30-day money-back guarantee, allowing you just to try out their services. And if you don't like what's happening, you can always go back to your other provider. You are not stuck with WPX if you really don't want to go with it. So it's we look at these different issues together where we got the extra speed that you're going to get because of the caching in the data centers. You have the customer support and easy menu system that they have. And if you look at the security where they're checking on a daily basis, they have the free SSL certificates, they're willing to migrate your site for free. All of these benefits make it really a no-brainer for an author who's looking to set up their website and trying to find the right hosting platform. I am an affiliate of them, and if you look below in the description, you will find my affiliate link for WPX. I stand behind them like I do anything that I vouch for. These are all the ones that I personally use and have used over time, and I tell you my personal opinion on why this one is something you should definitely consider. At least click on the link and see what they have to offer you, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks.